Hackathons or one big lie?
That one person or one AI can do everything.
Real problems need a team.
Market research, UX, privacy, architecture, strategy.
Normal AI is still one prompt, one response.
Which is why it falls apart on complex tasks.
So we asked, what if AI could organize itself?
Like an ant colony, specialists coordinating through simple rules.
One seed becomes an ecosystem.
This is Emergence, a self-organizing AI collective powered by Backboard.io.
It spawns agents, routes them across models, remembers state, and even learns with RAG.
And visualizes everything live so you can watch intelligence unfold.
Let's run it.
Here I'm going to give a little demo for Emergence. So Emergence starts with one primary orchestrator, and we call this Genesis. So I'm going to start by giving Genesis a real world goal, something I'd normally need maybe a team for. So for example, let's design a mobile app for mental health. Design a mobile app for mental health. And what we're going to see here is that Emergence will literally decompose the task and have backboard memory. So it's going to decompose the goal into subtasks with the task graph into the backboard memory so the system can stay stateful and traceable. And what it's going to do with these decomposed tasks is going to delegate each of them to different AI agents. So one will use maybe GPT 4.1 Mini, one will use Claude 3.7 Sonnet, one maybe Grok, and it depends on their specialties. Like for example, Grok is really good for getting real world news, GPT 4.0 is really good for planning, and Claude 3.7 is really good for detailed analysis. But what we're going to see is it's going to delegate all these tasks. So we're going to see here, we can see the Genesis is activating all these models, and it's slowly targeting all this information and sending it all towards the models. And we can see here in the logs that all these models are spawning and all the information is being transferred across contexts. And we can also see that the researchers and analysts and architects, which are the sub-delegates of the Genesis model, are completing their tasks. And what we're going to see here is that this is done. And this was just a controller, and we can see the agents that are active, and this tells us the status of our device. So we can see here that all this is done now. And the next step is essentially that Genesis will now amalgamate all the information that was collected by the 5 agents, and it's going to update the synthesis panel. Now, this doesn't actually ask for help. Genesis just spawns a swarm, depends on what it needs. So not every task will require such complex analysis, but some will, such as this one. And what's even cooler is that these sub-models, these sub-architects and planners, they can also spawn other sub-agents. So if there's a more complex task, we'd see even more agents spawning out of these. And there's different models for different strengths. And now we're going to go into the synthesis, and we can see that everything here is amalgamated and summarized just for our task and a cohesive plan. And you can see here all the agents that contributed. So we can see Genesis was here. By the way, Genesis is just Grok 4.0 because it's the newest model. But we have the researcher GPT 4.0, the analyst GPT 4.1 Mini, the architect Gemini 2.5 Flash, and the designer Grok 3. And we can effectively use any task here. And the query just appears in the top right, status complete, or up here we can check. And that is effectively the demo of Emergence. The point is that Emergence makes complexity arise from simplicity. We can see all these other submodels coming more, and it's more like an automated planner, and it's a crucial step towards agentic AI, where this agentic AI can even delegate tasks towards itself. Thank you.
So that wasn't one model guessing.
It was a coordinated system. Agents with memory, tool-based messaging, RAG, and adaptive web searching.
A real team, except to build itself.
And it doesn't reset every prompt. Memory keeps state, and the RAG also stores successful patterns.
So every run makes the next run smarter.
It's not a chatbot, it's an actual ecosystem.
The future isn't just smarter models, it's smarter systems.
We're Emergence. Thanks.